Hey guys, it's Ben from Hamilton Tile. This is an inspection we did a while ago. This is the state of tile work in the new homes in the United States. This isn't necessarily a cheap home either. This is a pretty pricey home in a nice neighborhood. And I just wanted to show you guys kind of what we found in these homes as a warning to anyone buying these houses. If you care about the tile work, this builder might not be the one for you. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, share the video. Hope everybody's well. Talk soon. We got a doozy there.
We have the pattern wrap right here. On the other side, pattern wrap completely changes. And then we have chip tiles here, pinhole here. Again, mortar showing through here. There's a defective tile right here. Oh man, I just stepped in water. We're here at 18215. Let me show some of our findings. Right off the bat, no silicone in any of the corners or plane changes. We have several areas of lippage right here. We have defective tile here. Mortar showing through the grout. Lippage. Put a level up to here. We see there's a good 1/4 inch gap in the wall, or a 1/4 inch bump in the wall right here. Same here. Same thing here. We have excessive lippage right here, here, and here. Same thing. We have excessive lippage right here. We have the pattern wrap right here. On the other side, pattern wrap completely changes. When doing a herringbone pattern, number one, these tiles have to be modular. The two short sides with grout joint have to equal the length of the long way. I don't have any samples of this, so I don't know if this is modular. But if it's not modular, as you can see here, the lines all line up. As we start going up the wall, now all of a sudden they start getting off, and the pattern does not wrap and follow. So that's either because of these tiles are not modular, or these walls are not perfectly plumb. That will also cause this instance too. And as we can see, these massive bumps in the wall, that could be also leading to this pattern wrap going off. They switched the pattern. They wrapped the pattern on this side, they mirrored the pattern on this side. We suspect that there's no thin set underneath this cement board. We hear creaking in the floor when we step right here. You get a popping noise and creak noise right here. And also, more indicative factor is we have some grout popping out already. We have a hairline crack starting to show along this edge. So that leads me to believe that that the board underneath here is not set in thin set, or you have very poor coverage on this tile. So we have excessive movement that's causing hairline cracks in the grout, and the grout is starting to actually pop off. We also notice when walking in this tub, it makes a creaking noise in some instances. So this may or may not be set to manufacturer's installation standards. We have here some excess grout on this joint right here. Looks like to be maybe some adhesive from the wood flooring on the bar, and there should be a 1/8 inch gap here to allow for expansion and contraction of the wood threshold in between the tile. So right here we have a lot of uneven grout joints. We have a lot of the setting material showing through the grout joints. They were never really fully cleaned out. And then we have chip tiles here, pinhole here. Again, mortar showing through here. There's a defective tile right here. Yeah, this is just general workmanship, craftsman stuff that needs to be addressed. Same thing, this wall is not flat. We've got a big old bump in the wall right here. It's kind of hard to see because it's dark tile with the shadows, but I can almost get my finger in there. So yeah, the issue with this bathroom we see right off the bat. Again, no silicone in any corners. Everything's hard grouted in. Tub juncture, all plane changes. We have a nice dip in the wall, either a dip or a bump. Can't really tell until tile's taken off and you can actually inspect the framing. That's why you got to prep your walls before you set tile. You don't do it afterwards while you're setting tile. So this is actually considered a large format tile. So now we need no more than an 1/8 inch deviation from in plane for a tile that's 15 inches on one side or larger. This is considered a large format tile. So that's what this problem is right here. We have more than an 1/8 inch deviation. Because as we can see, we have about a 1/4 inch gap between the level. We have a lot of cut tiles around here, around the niche. They were never sanded smooth. Same with here, a couple tiles here. As you can see, That was never sanded smooth to ease that edge after cutting. Same issues with this one, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
again, you know, these walls, it's the same spot. This is just wash, rinse, repeat. Big old lip right here. No, it's jagged edge right here. Jagged edge, not sanded smooth. Yeah, same thing, has a big old bump in the wall right there. Yeah, it's a
That one's
pretty
a
big.
doozy there, boy.
It starts about there, look at there, right there. Starts about, yeah. We need silicone in all corners. We have some areas where the setting material is showing through again. You know, that could be missing, it looks like maybe missing a little grout, one of the two. We got some pinholes right here next to the bar. You know, grout's missing here. Over here, we got some grout missing up there on the bar. So here, this is the laundry room floor. We have excessive grout haze that was left on the tiles. You can see it kind of, it's almost a halo effect around a lot of the tiles, just at the edge. A lot of grout haze, so this floor would need a good acid wash and might need to be done several times to get this haze off. You can see it's all here, 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 here. Yeah. Yeah, it just needs a good haze removal. That's a massive shower. And you need 1/4 inch per foot, which is how much it drops in 1 foot of distance. Yeah, that's about level. That'll work. 30 seconds of 1 inch lippage. It's probably more like 1/8. Just very bad workmanship. Yeah, you've got tons of lippage here. I mean, yeah, we got valleys and bird baths. Yeah, so here. Yeah, the issue with this shower, homeowner stating he gets a lot of bird baths. I guess more out here where water sits. You can see right here, slope's not very consistent around the edge right here. They got a nice gap right there. You know, it's out of level a little bit. You know, as you run your finger across, we got some tiles that are sticking up. These little dots, they weren't set flush with each other. So I think the main issue this homeowner's having is so he's getting a lot of water collecting out in this flat part. So obviously the slope did not go far away from the shower head because realistically the slope needs to start out here. This is the entrance of the shower. Right now we're level. We are level at the entrance of the shower all the way to about, the slope starts about 3 feet away from the drain. So clearly he's just having issues. The slope wasn't started far enough out to channel all the water to this drain. There, that does a better job showing it. A floor with large format tile, the variance for a floor is no more than an 1/8 inch deviation in 10 feet. As you can see here, we've got our 5 foot level out, and we've got one spot right now. It's about 3/8 to 3/16 of an inch in the course of 3 feet, so this floor does not meet the required flatness tolerance. We have got a massive bump right here. Because that's all level right there, right where he's about sitting. You know, the problem with this right here, everything has to be in plane. You know, the area out here seems to be relatively flat and in plane, but then we get to this spot right here, you know, this is a extremely large deviation in such a short distance, and you just cannot have that with tile. Slope doesn't start far enough away from the shower head to drain it away. That's 24 in center.